Today's lesson, we're going to use another training tool that I think you could try to use at home. And these are kind of training exercises that you don't get a chance to do in a dojo or in a class often, if at all. But it's something that you can supplement your training. And while everybody's at home, this is a great time to start looking at these methods of training and keep your karate fresh. So today we're going to be talking about using hand weights. We call these Tedos for karate training. Tedo being way, so it's a way to train your hands. And specifically I want to talk about punching and posture and the way that this could be a training tool to help with that. So over here you see these hand weights, and they come in various weights so that way you can match it to the size. Young people, I don't recommend young kids doing this with any amount of weight or unsupervised to protect them from injury. It can be done, but it has to be done very carefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with the weights that would be suitable for me and explain how this could be used as a tool. And we'll talk about maybe how to modify it for younger people and what benefits they could get out of it. Okay? So, Tedo weights often have a fat grip side, and that is so that it's not super comfortable to hang on to. Therefore, you have to keep a squeezing action of your hand. If it's too narrow, it's too easy to keep your hand relaxed too much. So you can see these are quite fat. So you have to squeeze. There's also a lot of weight overhanging far out. So the trick with Tedo weights is you have to be careful of your back, your lower back. Using weights and extending them far out could be dangerous to your back. Now, on the flip side, they also can strengthen your core and strengthen the muscles that do protect your back, but you have to train them correctly. So the first thing that I would suggest that you do to learn how to use these weights, and this is good for your posture and your training at home, is to, I'll stand side on, is to get into your Seisan stance and go up to Kamada like this. And just hold it, breathe it, hold them there, and obviously keep your frame, your shoulders over your hips, keep your back straight. If you lean, this is going to hurt your back. But these are very heavy, so it takes away the habits of elbows out, because when your elbows are out, it's very heavy, and it automatically makes you bring your elbows in because of the weight. So you hold it there. The next thing you can do is you can coordinate your breathing and your stepping. So you can step, step, but you can use these and automatically, every now and then, every 30 seconds or a minute, set them down, relax, and then go back without using them. And it should help with the muscle memory, so you can feel where you should be with your hands. Okay, so being here feels very comfortable, especially after I've done it with 8 pounds of weight, which is what these are. So it's good to have them up 45 degrees. It helps with the position of the hands. It keeps your elbows in, and it keeps my tummy tight, and you have to keep your bum tight. Okay, so it does all the things to tension your body, and it's good training. So the breathing, so stepping, step 1, okay, no pun intended there, but that's the first step. Step 2, try to do a jab. So in doing a jab, you have to breathe in and out slowly. Keep your fist vertical, you don't have to turn it over, and then bring it back. This hand can come up, like this, and back. So jab, and then you can switch sides, and back. Back. So it helps you with your muscle memory. Jab. I'm using the line on the floor because I always believe in that visual aid, so you're targeting, training your eye at the same time. Okay, so from here, now, very comfortable to do a jab because I've had these weights. The position kept my elbows down, and it helps the muscle memory. It burns that muscle memory into your body, so you naturally come to a relaxed position where you can go fast because the muscle memory is there. Now, you just use your twitching muscles because you burn the feel of this into your body. So you do a few with the weights, set them down, do a few without, and it'll feel better, okay? So this is training muscle memory, and it's training your core and your back all at the same time. So from there, we would go to a reverse punch. This is very good, particularly good for training your reverse punch. So I'm on the line, I've got my kamae, I've got my reverse punch ready. So I'm going to breathe in, and as I exhale, I'm going to slowly push out, and I'm going to use the kumite. This isn't coming to my hip, although it can. It's probably going to come up to my side because of the kumite, or the sparring element of karate. But from here, you breathe in, and you hold it there on a 45 for 3 seconds, and come back. You do this 3 or 4 times, breathe in, and then come back, like this. And then you set it down. Don't want to overstrain the joints, the shoulder, the elbows, whatever. So as I'm doing that, I have to train this, my core, my breathing, have to stay tight. There's a lot of weight hanging out there, so you have to be straight upright. You can't be leaning, you have to be upright. And what these weights do is they're a feedback mechanism to help you with your posture, because you really feel it when you're leaning. It forces you to be upright. It helps you with the orientation of your hip, with your knee, synchronizing the breathing with the moves. And when you stop, then this feels really good. After having weight in your hands, it feels really good, nice and light, so you can use your twitch muscles without straining too much. So a very good exercise for the reverse punch, and we're using posture. I will caution you on the weight in the lower back. Be very careful. Limit the reps to like 3 or 5. Do it slowly. After you're able to do this slowly, you should never go out hard. Always go out slow, but after a while, you can pull it back. So from here, push, pull it 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and you can pull it back hard, but never push out hard because it can damage your elbow, hyperextend your elbow, injure your back, all kinds of things. So that is an exercise with the Tedos. So for younger people, smaller people, you can get these weights 8 pounds, 5, 3 to match your size. There's all kinds of exercise, Pilates weights that you can buy in sporting goods stores, or you can simply make your own. So these are just water bottles with sand. So again, they're nice and fat. So you have to squeeze, and you can use this. It's enough weight for a child or a young person to feel what they're doing, okay? It's enough weight to make them keep their elbows in and have the posture, okay? So you can make your own, or you can buy some weights, and it's something you can do at home. So I would encourage you to think about that in your training. Use the taped markings on the floor, stand over them, and use the weights. Eventually, after a while, and the last thing I'm going to add is you can then, if you have a wall, a padded wall, or you have a bob or a kicking bag, you push against it, okay? So you practice pushing, so that way it tensions up your body, so you begin to learn what it feels like to hit a hard object as opposed to doing this in the air. Because there is a difference in hitting with your wrist. You have to have a strong wrist. So these strengthen your wrist, especially when you're pressing against something. So that will be the final stage. If you can do that at home, that would be great. So that's your lesson on using Tedo weights to help supplement your karate training. Thank you.